Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Alan with an episode of the Morlock Morning Digest. For all of you that are new, please hit that subscribe button. And for everybody in general, thank you for being here. And all I ask is that you listen to what I'm about to talk about with an open mind and question everything I'm about to say. Over the last 4 years, I've come to a lot of conclusions, more like realizations about life, about myself, about the realm I live in, about everything. And the biggest thing that I've realized is no matter what I look at, no matter what conspiracy theory, no matter what science, no matter what occult topic, it all boils down to a spiritual battle being waged over me, over you, over our souls, over our existence, okay? And in that, I have also learned there is no such thing as truth. The occult describe it as the rules of 7. That's why you see 777 on the jackpot at Las Vegas or the casino. It's because there's truth in that symbol. And that is, for every question that you have about your existence, you will get it in the form of 7 more questions. And that will go on forever. Ignorance is truly bliss, and there is no truth to be found other than that. Now, with that being said, I used to place a lot of faith in books like the Bible, specifically the Bible over all other holy books, and for that I was wrong. Because in the realizations I just talked about, I came to realize that if the adversary controls the realm that I live in, it would corrupt everything, including the Bible. Now, I understand there's fundamental truths that can't be changed because the adversary can only pervert or invert my Creator's works, right? With that being said, there has to be truth out there to be found, but I have to find it and I have to have the eyes to see it. And for that, I have to have the context to understand what I am seeing. And that is where our modern world has deceived us. And the more and more I wake up to it, the more and more I can't unsee it. For those of you that don't want to wake up, this is a good time to stop listening. As a content creator, it's not a good thing to say, but it's true. Once you see certain things, you can't unsee them, and they will haunt you. And you will only get an answer in the form of 7 more questions that will haunt you even more. Right? But the modern world has fallen so far away from spiritual understanding, right, that we are being used in ways that we can't even comprehend. Now, I might have a better understanding than most, but even me, I know I'm being used on levels I can't even fathom. Okay? The ancient world is not that much different than the world we live in today. Back in the day, they used to scry into a mirror to receive information from entities, into a piece of obsidian glass, into a crystal ball, right? Sapphire. We do the same thing every day with our cell phones, with what's recording me right now as I look at my own face in a piece of glass and give you knowledge through an infinite web of information transmitted through the air, and you don't understand how it works, but you don't call it magic because some other man tells you they know how it works, and you place your faith in them. It's no different than the ancient world, man. We just call magic technology and pretend like we understand what we're doing even though we don't. No one man understands how all of this technology works, and that's how it's been designed on purpose. And again, this isn't new. This technology was here before, okay? Again, all of the holy books over the entire world tell you that there was a very superior technology that existed in previous iterations of what we're living in, okay? We're not the first people to rent this castle, right? We didn't play in the sandbox first. All of our media, all of our entertainment resonates with us for a reason. It's because it is telling you the spiritual nature of the world you live in, and you don't even realize they are telling you what they are telling you. You don't realize that all the superheroes from the Marvel stories are all reskinned Nephilim demigods, right? Genesis 6, right? The Chinese talk about it. Wukong just made a video game about it. All of this mythology from every corner of the earth tells you the same thing, just in different words. And then your media regurgitates it, puts it in a new costume, gives it a new name, and you put your energy into it. And in turn, you idolize and worship pagan entities, right? And I'm not one to tell you that that's wrong at this point, okay? The more and more that I look into things on a spiritual level, the more and more I realize, yes, there is one creator that is above all the others. There has to be logically, okay? However, that doesn't mean there are not other gods below him or it that could not create to a certain degree, one degree or another. And I'm truly at the point where I believe when I die, my Creator is not going to punish me for not being concrete in my belief when none of the information given to me gave me the ability to do so. I think, if anything, the opposite. I think anybody who is concrete in their beliefs when they meet their Creator is going to be sadly mistaken for the awakening that they're going to behold. But again, that's just my belief. My whole point is, we commit rituals every day as a society and don't even realize it. We spend a crazy amount of time just putting our energy into things that don't matter, right? And in turn, that energy goes somewhere. It's a spiritual battle. Your addictions are influenced by those spirits around you that you invite into your life, and I can attest to this personally because I am still struggling with it on a personal level, as crazy as that may sound. I managed to kick a heroin and fentanyl addiction. I got rid of that demon, and believe me, I truly believe it was a demon. It was something that was not me. Okay? And there's still things there that aren't me that I'm trying to get rid of. But believe me, they were put onto me by the things that I did, by the way that I lived my life, and by just inviting that energy and worshiping the wrong things, idolizing women. Believe me, I idolized women like you wouldn't believe. Drugs. And there's days where, yes, I crave that, right? But again, it's a spiritual fight, okay? People don't understand this, but if you have a voice in your head that you can hear, that you can communicate with, talk back and forth with, you are a very unique person. There's a vast majority of the population that does not have that ability. But you also have to understand that that voice might not always be yours, right? There's thoughts that we've all had that we just have them. And we're like, holy shit, that's not me, man. Like, where did that come from? Why would I think about doing that to somebody? And you've all had them if you have that voice in your head. I'm here to tell you I don't think that voice is you. As crazy as that might sound. And again, the closer you are to living a life that doesn't harm others or your environment, the closer you are to nature, the closer you are to not interacting with this technology and magic, the better off you are. And there's a lot of things that we're being told that are just a bait and switch. And I truly believe in the next year, 2 years, your eyes are going to witness things that you've only seen on a TV screen or read in a book. And it's going to be talked about as though it's so common knowledge that it doesn't matter. We've already seen it with the aliens. Aliens. Right? The drone crisis over New Jersey. Sure, a few people freaked out, but all in all, they went out and just took pictures. It wasn't that big of a deal. It didn't change the way people lived their lives, right? I have a feeling that we're in for an interesting ride, and I want you to think about what I said when I started this. The biggest realization that I've had over the last 4 years is no matter what conspiracy you dig into, it is always a spiritual battle. Always. They want you to think that these aliens are coming from different planets. They're not. They're interdimensional. They're not coming from here. Okay? Again, that's just my opinion, but I've been right about a lot of stuff, and I honestly don't care what people think at this point. I've done my research. I've fought my battles. I know what I've seen and what I've experienced, and it is what it is at the end of the day. I don't expect to convince you, and I don't want to either, right? You either see it or you don't. You have the eyes to interpret the answers right in front of your face, or you don't. Things are too perfect. They're just too perfect. The way things happen are too perfect for it to be coincidence at this point. And if you can't see that, then you can't see it, but I'll scream it from the rooftops until you do. And I'll be here to answer questions. Right? If you guys got any topics that you want me to discuss moving forward, put them in the comment section, because I'll be honest with you, I'm having a little bit of difficulty getting into the swing of things. So if you got something you want me to talk about, let me know. That's what I'll do the next video on. Other than that, God bless all of you. Have a great day. Take care of yourself and your family, because at the end of the day, man, it's all you have besides your Creator.